Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. So, why don't you start off by introducing yourself a little bit?
Hello, I'm Rachel Whitaker, and I'm studying computer science and electrical engineering at the University of Arizona with minors in math and Korean. And I studied abroad in Seoul, hence learning Korean.
All right. And what were some of your favorite things you did and visited while you were in Seoul?
Oh, there's so many amazing things about Korea, Seoul especially. There's a large amount of like both modern things, so like K-pop, K-dramas, seeing people perform, and then historical things like seeing the palaces, seeing the temples, seeing the old gates of Seoul, and learning about the history. It's really incredible. Some of my favorite places in Korea were Gyeongbokgung Palace and Cheongdokgung Palace because you get to dress up in Korean traditional clothes and take a tour of it, and it's just awesome.
That's really cool. What about some of the foods that you tried? What were some of your favorites?
I don't think I had any foods that I didn't like in Seoul. They were all just really good. Something that's kind of more familiar is Korean barbecue. We have some in Phoenix. Korean fried chicken. Those are beef, chicken, familiar. And then some other ones were kimchi, which was really good. There's something called 육개장, which is a soup. And ooh, there was another one, but I don't remember it. But a lot of the food's really good.
Lots of options, all the things. Um, how are classes and instruction different in Seoul, Korea versus here at the U of A?
So I actually focused on doing most of my gen eds and stuff at Hanyang University, but I had my friend that was taking some computer science courses, so he took Introduction to Programming. And the main difference that I heard was that instead of just learning Python, they learned Python for half the semester and then C for the second half of the semester, which is a bit different than what we do at the U of A. And he also took some AI courses, which he thought were really interesting, and he did some programming to recognize facial recognition with masks. So that was pretty cool. In terms of what I did, the gen eds are pretty similar. The course structure is very similar to what we have at the U of A, and it was very similar to D2L, so that was pretty intuitive.
Wait, what was your favorite class that you took?
Ooh. Okay, so I took one called Modern Stress and You, which is talking about like how to handle stress in the modern world, especially in Korea, because Korea is a very fast-paced society. But that was pretty cool because I've never taken a class like that, and they like brought us through different types of meditation and breathing exercises and getting out into nature and all that sort of stuff, which is pretty awesome.
Very neat. And what advice would you give a student who's contemplating studying abroad in either Seoul or somewhere else?
I would say, regardless of where you go, unless they already speak your native language, learn a couple phrases. Because it just, one, it shows respect. And then two, when you can say a few phrases, it's a lot easier to get around. So just like being able to order food, especially in Korea, they got really excited when I was able to say, I would like this on the menu. And they would even ask me, oh, do you speak Korean? And I was like, a little bit. And they'd get really, really excited, like, oh my gosh, really? And so just, it makes a big difference. And then the other thing is studying abroad can be really lonely, regardless of where you go. So I'd recommend if you're not staying with people that are already going there, make a point of getting into campus a lot, visit people, make friends with your classmates, because otherwise it's hard, it can be lonely. So take advantage of your campus resources.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to share your experience with us.
Of course.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.